I just wanted to make another video. I was sitting here thinking and contemplating like I often do. And for the people that will eventually find this video that are suffering physically or even mentally, I guess I'd just like to say to you that there is a silver lining. You can't see it all the time. And just recently, I had a very bad time because I had a close call again, and it was like, why me? Why me? Um, I'm done. I'm I'm just not in involved. I'm not ready to continue to suffer. But I'm here to tell you that if you really are truly honest with yourself, and you've probably heard this before, but because I've suffered for such a long time, I'm here to confirm this, if you have heard this, that you become more resilient mentally as well, and you start to appreciate the good. And honestly, in the world we live in today, with all the things that are happening and all the worries and all the anxiety, especially with the young people, my daughter included, I think it's really important to take a step back, try to really observe, focus on all of the positives that are in your life. For example, mine, and I mentioned this briefly in other video, I have a home, I have a wife, I have a job, I have a daughter that I love dearly. I have a lot of good things in my life, and many people don't. And that's why they're suffering, or they're suffering for another reason, or they're suffering with that. I will also tell you that I grew up very poor, welfare poor, and had to deal with that on top of everything else. Um, but that's my point. The suffering and starting and working and digging and scratching and get moving forward, and like I said in this last video, of pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone, and say, I'm going to do it and I'm going to try. Those things make you very, very strong eventually. And whether you know it or not, just from the suffering alone, you're much stronger than other people that haven't suffered as long. As a matter of fact, I will just go on and say it, that people that have had a decent time of it, if things go south, their inability to really navigate through that hard time is much more difficult, as opposed to someone like yourself that has suffered greatly and then something else happens. You may feel down for a short time and say, oh, here we go again, or whatever goes into your mind initially. But eventually, in a shorter amount of time, you're like, okay, well, here we are. Here's another chapter in our book, and we just have to navigate through and be done with it. So I guess the reason for this video is for encouragement, because it can get very dark, whether emotionally or physically, like I said. And honestly, because I have struggled with emotional struggles in the past, and a little bit in the near future, in the present. Emotional can be harder because you don't know how to get out of your own head. And then the doctors say, well, there's nothing wrong with you. You just have to heal yourself, or whatever may be, whatever they say, right? Do some soul searching, do some meditation. Don't be afraid to spend time by yourself and listen to yourself and make those small little incremental changes to start moving forward. Don't ever give up, I guess, is the point, and you've heard it 1,000 times. But you're stronger than you think, and we all can handle much more than we think. Whether you're a religious person or not, find the the strength inside as well. Don't wait for somebody else to save you or heal you. You have to take the initiative. You have to say, I'm in charge of me. I want to get better. I want to do these things, and keep moving forward. And I just can't express it enough, probably because I'm not good at it. Um, but don't ever give up on yourself. You're more powerful than you ever believe. You're smarter. You're stronger. You're more resilient. We all are capable of so much. And if you're tested, that's when you learn. That's when you realize, oh, I can do this. And you will hold on to that for the rest of your life. You will look back on that and say, I did it before, I can do it again. It's not always pleasing and fun, and you're like, oh crap, here we go again. But you have that ammunition now. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say, and thanks for listening.